So what I'm doing here is I'm answering what Chevy Cheeseburger said he wanted to see the oldest built kit that you have, and somewhere in the house there's an '87 Thunderbird, and I cannot find it. I might not even have it anymore. If I still have it, then that's my oldest build, but I can't find it, and so that makes this my oldest build. Now that is my washing machine. And so basically, there is your scale on that. This is a 1/8 scale. Monogram 79 Trans Am. And it is not the turbo, it's the one with the 400. I believe it's a Pontiac 400, I think. With the shaker is sitting over there. And one heck of a kit. Now, being my oldest kit, you're probably wondering when. I actually bought this with graduation money, and I graduated in 1987. And so, this was in 1987, because money was burning a hole in my pocket. Had to go out and buy it. Believe it or not, I paid $30 brand new for this in 1987. I can remember it clearly. I bought this in the 1/8 scale Jaguar XKE, and it was also $30 brand new, which was an absolute bargain. And of course, it's not completely assembled. It is in a number of pieces, because what I was trying to do was do a restoration. The pieces that I started restoring were these right here. You see, I just got so far as the brake booster and the alternator and the master cylinder, and that is the fan clutch right there. I'm using a new camera here. The quality is probably quite a bit higher, but it's very different to use, so excuse the awkwardness. Now here's a tip. Something that you can do is you go to auto parts websites. If you're wondering what parts are supposed to look like, you can go to you can go to the exact make and model of the car that you're looking for. For example, I think somewhere on there we go. It says, yes, this fits my 1979. Wait, let me zoom in on that. This fits my 1979 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am 400 cubic inch. And so, you take that picture and you translate it to your part that you're trying to make it look like, and that's what I did there. So, and on all these parts is how I did that, and I was moving right along until, as usual, life gets in the way. But I had this completely built about the time when I moved into this house. It was completed. That would have been about 1990, and slowly but surely a few things fall off here and there. I have all the parts, every single part. A giant drive shaft. Look at this. You can see a little bit bigger than normal parts. And like for example, there's the wheel. It's my whole hand. And yeah, big problems that I have here is, I painted it silver, and I actually went to the trouble of painting the inside of the snowflake gold, and then not knowing what I was doing, sprayed the whole thing with a clear coat, and you see what happens. Clear coat on silver, of course, turns it gray, and that was the end of that. So that needs a restore. There's the way they look on the car. Needs a restore. I wasn't doing a restore on the wheels because I was going to I knew that stripping the wheel would lose the decal, and I didn't want to lose it. Nowadays, of course, we can just print our decals, and so it's kind of like game on again. And there's the 400, in decent shape. I remember painting it light blue back in '87. This was Testors light blue, and I'd seen some better days, but everything's there. Let me turn chassis over. Engine's about to pop off its mounts. And, you know, just some terrible mistakes. Like I never scraped any paint anywhere, so I just glued paint to paint and things falling off all over the place. You know, exhaust, I guess, is painted pretty good. I went the extra mile. I remember going the extra mile and sanding the seam. And I brush painted the transmission. You know, not bad. Very careful to paint all these belts separate of the from the pulleys. It is all plastic. I don't think those are. Nope, all plastic, not rubber bands. Other than that, I just wanted to show around the body. Now, if I did a restore, of course I would need to strip the body. And where do you get a strip tank that big? This is like 2 feet long. To give you an idea, I might be able to get my hand. You see how giant that is? But I would need a new hood decal for sure, because you put that in a strip tank and it's gone. And I don't want to try to resurrect the brown. I would want to go with a sapphire blue or a black. Something real awesome. So I would want to repaint the body. Oh, let me come around to show the... There we go. Front end. Really looks real in this scale. Of course it's covered in dust. But let me try to show... One thing about this camera is that it records in huge files sizes, because it's recording and insists on recording in extreme high quality, and it doesn't give me any options not to. This is the Canon T5i, in case anybody's wondering, DSLR. And so yeah, the dash is nice and detailed. If I remember correctly, that was just one piece, and I painted all those little bezels. And I remember in there, I'm trying to get in there. That was one piece too, and I had to paint around those letters for park, reverse, neutral, drive. And I remember painting with a pen. I didn't even use a toothpick. I used a pen, like a needle pen. And the seats I didn't paint at all, because the raw plastic kind of looked like the vinyl that it was supposed to look like. But I did go the extra mile to paint the weather stripping for the oh, there we go, around everything. And I remember using a liquid mask for that, which I don't really like using anymore. And I do have the T-tops, if you saw here, right there. Suppose I can put one in. Is it that one? Nope, that's backwards. Oops, that's backwards again. There we go. And they came tinted like that, which is really cool. And you know, this kit is absolutely, definitely worth saving. And it, you know, I've got some issues to work with. There was nothing to do about that gap there. I tried and tried and tried, and things didn't line up very good. I remember having to put a ton of glue on it, which made a mark right about there, if I remember. And I remember I had a brick on the window getting it to dry. Oh, and in the engine compartment, I just took the hood off. It's got the, you know, it had the separate decals for the different things, and everything's all one piece there. I had to paint the water bottle separately, or a different color and everything. But, boy, you know, I had pictures of this a long time ago. When it was built, and I don't even know where those pictures are anymore, but definitely worth the restoration. Just try to get a peek at the back. And that's about it. This is what I've got for my oldest built kit, or oldest kit that I have that I ever built. And it's just begging to be put back together again, isn't it? Anyway, that'll do it for me. Boy, it was fun to share this. This was a trip down memory lane, kind of old days when I had time to build and life in general went better. I sure do love this car. This is something I really want to restore. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Later.